Hi guys and welcome to the Sunderland vs Gillingham match review. And Jesus Christ, I did not expect that scoreline. Sunderland this evening have scored 4 goals. I know, absolutely mad. But yeah, today we did play Gillingham, or tonight we played Gillingham and won by 4 goals to 2. So we did start off with McLaughlin in goal. We had Reece James, Flanagan and Dunn with O'Nien across the back. Flanagan obviously coming in for Baldwin, who didn't have the greatest of games last week, even though, to be fair, I think Dunn probably had a worse off game than Baldwin last time out. But even so, that's what the defence looked like. In midfield, we had Leadbitter and Catamol making a return as well. Catamol and Leadbitter making the midfield partnership. In the middle, we had Honeyman, we had Maguire and McGeady as well behind Will Griggs. So the game kicked off, and I think we started it absolutely perfectly. We had such high intensity, getting straight in the faces. We were attacking non-stop, and I thought, yes, this is it. And it was Maguire. For me, it was absolutely Maguire who had so much to play, even if it's off the ball movement. Just the way he comes deep for it from that final third, and he turns and he'll go straight at them. Every pass and every move is always positive. It's always pushing us forward into that final third. His creativity is fantastic. His quick thinking and creativity is fantastic. And I think that's why he's such an important, unique player for us. And eventually we did break the deadlock. And it was through a set piece. And Katz manages to get it into the back of the net. So we're 1-0 up. And then shit hits the fan, doesn't it? The first time our defence is really tested. And it's an absolute calamity at the back, which results in Eves getting in round McLaughlin and equalising. Fantastic. So yeah, shit defending again. But but yes, immediately after that, again on the 10th minute, 10-minute mark, it's another set piece. I know, right? It's mad that we're scoring set pieces now as well. Leadbitter whips a ball in, finds Baldwin, and he heads one in. Fantastic. 2-1 up. Absolutely brilliant. So, you know, the first, of course, I can still say defending, we look absolutely woeful. I think I'm only in probably more of a positive mood because we've obviously won the game, but defensively I'm absolutely shit scared. Absolutely shit scared. I'm still not convinced at all by the majority of our defenders. O'Nien was okay this evening. James let us down a little bit at times, and I think James is a little bit scared and a bit timid going forward. You know, he's not quite an Oviedo who'll keep bombing forward. Defensively, usually he's relatively solid, but this evening he did worry me a little bit. 2 centre-backs, first half particularly, weren't great again. Second half, they definitely improved, but the first half, I think they were terrible again, if I have to be honest. Both of them, apart from the goals, of course, the goal from Baldwin, of course, they just terrified me. The positional awareness, the positional sense, they were a little bit all over the place. But then, unfortunately, I think it was around the 20th minute or something like that, Maguire picked up an injury and he had to go off. And what was the first sort of 20-odd minutes whilst Maguire was on the pitch, going forward attacking-wise, I think we looked very good. We did look very good. We looked quite creative. We were making chances, and we just looked so threatening every time we got hold of the ball. And I hadn't seen that in quite some time with us. But then, unfortunately, Maguire did get taken off, and we dropped off a bit because we didn't have that man who can pick it up from deep and go and run with the ball. I mean, Honeyman tried, Gooch come on for Maguire, and he couldn't really fill that role. McGeady can't really do that same role. McGeady's someone who will come in either from left to right or right to left and coming off the flanks. He's not really a central role type player. Honeyman isn't great at it. You know, he's a workhorse and he does have a few nice touches and he can pick out a pass a little bit, but he's not quite of the same quality as King Maguire is. And yeah, so attacking wise, our performance did drop off a bit towards the back end of that second half. And again, just the second time our defence was tested, it's 2-2, and it's just a shit show of errors across the back from a set piece. No one's picking up anyone. I think by the time the ball hit the net, there was a good 3 or 4 Gillingham plays that were completely free in the box, but it eventually fell to their man and put it away. So it's 2-2 at half time. And, you know, because Maguire had gone off, I was terrified. I thought, how the hell are we even going to get a goal at this point? Because, yeah, we went forward and we did look all right. We still created the odd chance, but it just wasn't as frequent and we didn't look as dangerous without Maguire on the pitch. And I think Grigg, who was, he did look quite good in the opening moments whilst Maguire was on the pitch, and he is a very, very intelligent player. And I still, even though he hasn't, up until today, scored a goal for us, I still think he has looked very, very classy as a striker, Will Grigg. You can tell he's a mile above other strikers we have seen for a while anyway. But yeah, so what Will Grigg had to keep on doing, he kept on trying to sort of come deep to collect the ball or come deep to get a knock on, but obviously because he's the last man, he'll be getting the knock on and there's no one to pick up the pieces or collect the knock on that he's trying to sort of he's trying to give. So it would become a little bit hopeless in that sense. But in the second half, we did manage to get a penalty, and guess who steps up to take it? Will Grigg, who is finally on fire and puts it in the back of the net, which is absolutely fantastic. Hopefully that'll do the absolute world of good for him, because he has been really unfortunate over the last 2 or 3 games that he has played. He's missed a couple of really, really good chances over the last few games, and hopefully now he will kickstart his Sunderland career and just start smashing them in, week out, because that's what he's here for, and that's what we know he's capable of. But we did manage to get another penalty as well, and it was McGeady who took it this time. I kind of wanted Grigg to get another one, because then his confidence would be absolutely soaring. But, you know, McGeady is our penalty taker, so it's probably nice of him to allow Grigg to get off the mark with the first penalty in the first place. But we did manage to see it out. Second half, we defended a lot better, apart from the last sort of 5 minutes where I think we just got a little bit lazy, a little bit sleepy, and we give the ball away a couple of times in really daft areas and probably lucky not to concede. But other than that, I'm definitely seeing improvements. Defensively, I'm still just as worried as I was last week. I think it's just a case of trying to find our best defensive lineup or best defensive sort of back line and sticking with it, because we are chopping and changing it constantly, and Jack Ross seems to be still very much trying to figure out what his best defensive back line is. But yeah, but going forward, even like I say, when Maguire was on the pitch, I think we looked really good. I can't doubt it. I think we looked very good going forward. When Maguire came off the pitch, it was nowhere near as sort of good to watch, but we were still creating chances, which is something we've really, really needed. So yeah, all in all, I'm relatively happy with the performance. I think against a better side today, we might have gone the other way because of how poor our defence did look. But it's 3 points, and it's a very, very important 3 points. To get 4 goals at home as well, absolutely excellent. You can't really beat that. We're now 3rd in the league with a game in hand, and if we win that game in hand, we're only a point off the top 2. So absolutely fantastic. More of the same, please. Absolutely buzzing with that win, and again, absolutely buzzing for Will Grigg as well. So yeah, excellent, excellent 3 points. So that'll be it, guys. If you have enjoyed this match review, please hit the like button for me. It'd be massively, massively appreciated, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already to become a fully fledged member of the Sarny Army. But for now, you take care and stay jammy.